I'm Phil.
And I'm Angelina.
With our husky lightning and a lot of wildlife around us, we live in this fairy tale chateau in France.
We love bringing this neglected castle back to life inside.
And we've got the vast grounds and parkland to take care of as well.
We love the moat, but it brings some challenges with it.
But it's all worth it when we get to share it with everyone at our live music events.
Follow the ups and downs of our chateau life. This is the size of our chapel, and you can see how minuscule Philip looks on the ladder here.
Minuscule.
Overall, I'd say the ceiling height in here is, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 meters. So yeah, that's sometimes is challenging.
There's a small gap up there, but I think you'll find, judging by the look of it, little birdies are coming along, landing on this, pushing their way in the two sides. So we'll have to do something about that. Here's the wolf's head stone engraving above the door, which I showed you in the last video, up close and personal. It's worn a bit, but here you can even see the eyes and stuff. It is very cool.
And I'm going to be working on tidying up this section, all the birds' nests around in the chapel that I can find. Clear up generally the chapel so we can see what we're working with and what needs doing, so we can make a plan on that and just generally have a clear head. So here is the first bird's nest. That one's easy to get to. It's don't worry, it's an old one. The season for the birds is over. It's quite nice. It's made out of lots of moss, and yeah, we don't need that anymore here for sure. There's another bird's nest right at the top up there. I think I'm gonna need a ladder to get up there to retrieve it. That's another bird's nest up there. Who are you gonna call? Call Philly. Yeah. Well, he had the ladder. It's pretty heavy for moving, so that's okay. What you found there?
Well, one of the big issues with here is obviously this crumbling off the wall, and that's damp, and that is because you can see from up here, this is a concrete-based render that's been put on the inside. A few people in the comments mentioned the pointing on this building. Now, it's absolutely fine. It's not letting any water in. And the pointing outside is actually lime mortar. It's great. It's what it's supposed to have. The problem is inside, where there is cement and concrete, which it shouldn't have. It can't breathe, and obviously it soaks up water like a sponge. It's hygroscopic. All the original walls here are lime rendered. In fact, you can see some of the horse hairs and mud that would have been used to stick it together. If I take this piece, which is the top crumbly part, you can see the dark part is cement, and underneath it all is all lime render. And the difference is lime render breathes, so the building will breathe and will be happy, and cement draws in moisture, which is why all of these issues are happening, because it's just like a sponge, and there's furthermore cracks and problems from it. So stick to the originals, tools, I guess, used and products used on properties to avoid such issues. There is a reason they use these. Perfect it isn't, but it's a lot cleaner. Down here there is obviously some repairs to do I thought this was in worse condition before I started looking at it. That just needs to come back in and be fixed properly. This will eventually all look wonderful again. It is a pretty little part, but for now, it's just a bit cleaner. One keen viewer from last week's video did point this out. We do not have the key to this, although I'm going to have to look through various key boxes. But yes, there is unlikely to be something in there now after all these years, but it would have held something safe in there. And I have to get a little keyhole camera and find out now, because it's right at the bottom of the cross. And I forget what it's called, but you'd have something safe put in there.
I managed to clear up this cross, and this was the Jesus that was found on the floor next to it. And I've lined up, and you see it's got nails at the back of it. And I've lined it up, and it doesn't actually line up to the holes that are in there. This is likely to have been purchased various brocants and Vida Greniers, where basically none of these things, they all kind of mix match, none of these line up. So I think I'll call in the help of Phil to make new holes through this marble, so that this is the Jesus that will go on it, because I think it's a perfect fit from you know, what I can see. So that's the one we're going for.
I'm going to use these proper drill bits, which are for ceramics, marble, glass, that sort of thing. And this is one I've just done. Just emphasised one for the bottom nail. And then I'm just going to mark 2 places on the top where Jesus is supposed to go. There we go. And then drill those holes, and then set him into that. 3 holes drilled. Moment of truth. Have I actually lined them up? Yes. There we go. A little bit of resin glue in the bottom of that, and that will be great. All glued, fixed, and put back up on the wall. So it's a little thing, but it's the little things that we can get done at the moment while we wait to get enough money to do the bigger things.